Hi and welcome to episode 1 of season 6 of A Brief History of Nothing on the 21st of May 2017. And what happened on this day?
Well, Claire Brown happened on this day. Well, Barton happened on this day in 1881. She founded the American Red Cross. And in 1904 on this day, FIFA was formed in Paris. And in 1904 in 1 month, I wonder who had their finger in the pie, because FIFA is known for a little bit of corruption.
Being naughty.
1927, Charles Lindbergh landed his Spirit of St. Louis in Paris. Wasn't the first person to cross the Atlantic in a plane. That was done some decade earlier by Alcock and Brown, but he was the first person to do it solo. So there we go. In 1932, talking about crossing the Atlantic, obviously today was a big day for it, Amelia Earhart was the first woman to do a transatlantic flight. And in 1955, Chuck Berry recorded a little-known song called Maybelline. A few people may have heard of it.
A few people.
Yes. Okay, now we are going to do some very unusual sports today.
Are you sick of rugby, cricket, motor racing? We've got you covered.
Golf. Yeah.
Golf, you know?
That's just not going to cut the mustard for you. Got you sorted.
Yes. You might want to watch some competitive rock, paper, scissors.
No. I couldn't think of anything boring. More boring than a whole lot of people go. That would be just boring to the nth degree. Okay, now, what about a bit of competitive wife carrying? How does that do for you?
Well, see, the wife carrying in the late medieval period in Scandinavia, people used to nick each other's wives apparently.
Oh, that was the medieval version of wife swapping.
Yes, wife swap, medieval style.
Yes, race off to the next village and nab somebody's missus and hot-footed back.
Yeah, so they decided to turn that into a sport for some reason.
But what if you went off to the next village and nabbed somebody's missus and you did it in the dark? You could come back with a real fugly. That wouldn't be good.
No. Yeah, so wife carrying, so they do it as a sport now, and they over jumps and through water hazards and the whole bit, as the wife is carrying them over the back.
And the wife is carrying them, or
they're carrying their wives over the back.
Yes, I was going to say. I could just see some poor little blonde lady with this great Viking on back.
Probably not.
No? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And if you wanted a little bit of extra interest in you think boxing's a little boring, let me make it even more boring. Throw chess in.
Yes, because that would, you know,
someone read.
Just think excitement. When you see a chessboard, excitement is what you just...
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's riveting stuff. So they decided, someone wrote it down in a comic strip in the early 90s, right? And then someone actually saw that and went, yes, that works as a sport.
I've known someone who's played strip chess.
What, every time you lose a piece you... I've heard of strip poker but not strip chess.
Yes. Their thought on the matter was, interesting, but in winter very cold.
Really?
Yes.
Did you want to turn the thermostat up just a little bit?
No. What about some extreme ironing?
Yeah, no, you got a crinkled shirt and you're a bit of a thrill seeker. We have you. We've got you sorted.
Yes. You like a bit of skateboarding? Well, combine your skateboarding and your ironing. People have done it.
And rock climbing, scuba diving.
I want to know how you do it scuba diving. I mean,
obviously to plug it in.
You sure?
Yeah.
That would be exciting.
So you see water and electricity, bit of a combustible mixture. Quite literally.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
well, that's exciting.
Yeah, so someone's actually they ironed a Union Jack at the
base camp
at Everest. Where's the power point? I want to know. Where do they plug it in? Do they have like a really long extension lead down to Kathmandu?
Because I've seen these Nepalese villages. They're just covered in power lines.
Mm.
No.
No. So what you do is you should get a really long back extension lead and run it all the way down to Kathmandu. It's like several miles away. Because that would work. No.
No, not really.
No.
Cheese rolling?
Cheese rolling, yes. They decided at Cooper's Hill every year, they decided to, here's the plan, they'd get a big wheel of cheddar, roll it down a really steep hill, and have people chasing after it.
And I'm assuming several of these people break things called bones.
People have dislocated knees, shoulders, hips, broken limbs. People still do it.
Yes, well, it's like running the bulls in Spain, isn't it?
Yeah, people get mauled to death. Yes. Yes. Let's relieve a stampede of very angry bulls and see what happens.
Yes. We'll run in front of them and around them and annoy them. That shouldn't be a problem.
No, that shouldn't be a problem at all.
What about something rivetingly exciting? Extreme sports, this isn't. Competitive pipe smoking.
Yes.
I suppose if you're in northern England where the weather is so fine and balmy.
You mean it's even in summer it struggles to get past 20 degrees?
Yeah, that'd be an inside sport might be a plan.
Like pipe smoking. It has lost some because people's attitudes around tobacco have changed significantly in the last few years, and so it's sort of lost a bit of. I think it's still in the Guinness Book of World Records. I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, the idea is to smoke the longest without having to relight.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have actually watched a video on it.
It's riveting, isn't it?
And it is as boring as it sounds. Now, lawnmower racing.
Yeah. So we wanted to do something a little more riveting than competitive pipe smoking.
Yes. From somewhere, well, in several places, but also in northern England they do roast lawn. This is something you could combine. Competitive pipe smoking and lawnmower racing at the same time.
You're trying to keep your pipe lit. There's actually, here in Queensland, there's actually a lawnmower racing federation. There's like a Queensland lawnmower federation. I forget their exact name. But
well, when they grow up, they're going to graduate to what? Formula Fords?
Something like that. But obviously they hot up the lawnmowers and they take the blades off, obviously, because you hit a stone and a hotted up lawnmower and you have spectators around. That could be a little bit awkward.
Just add to the spectacle. Okay, who got born on this day?
Who got born? Well, in 1780, Elizabeth Fry, who was one of the very first feminists and social reformers, she was born on this day in 1780.
And also a Quaker minister.
And also, yes, a Quaker minister, a little bit of an offshoot of Christianity there.
So, in 1921, Andrea
Sakharov, yes.
Let us know about Andrea.
Well, he was a nuclear physicist for the Soviets, realised what he was doing, the conscience got the better of him, and he was a campaigner for peace and nuclear disarmament, and won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1977, I think.
Right. Former Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Fraser was born on this day in 1930. Once he stopped being Prime Minister of Australia, he was actually caught in the lobby of a hotel in the United States without his pants, which was never actually successfully explained.
No. He did a Bill Clinton before Bill Clinton.
Yes. Which is what you expect from a Conservative former Prime Minister, isn't it? No. Okay, Lawrence Trudeau.
Yes, Lawrence Trudeau, you may know better as Mr. T, from the 18. He was born in... Yes. I pitied a fool. Anyway, he was born in this day 1952. And in 1960, Jeffrey Dahmer, lovely chap, known for killing people and eating them.
Yes, that's very sad.
Yes.
For both his victims and him. Alright, that's us for the day. If you like us, hit like. If you don't like us, inflict us on your friends. And come to the dark side. George has got cookies.
George does have cookies. Bye.